Hey guys, am I audible? Yeah, am I audible? Okay, I will send you a drive link. Let me create a Google form and I will pin this on chat, okay? Just a second. So you guys will be able to directly post your resume on the link and I would be taking it up from there. Just give me one moment. I will create the form. Meanwhile, like the stream, guys. As I create the form, will start in a couple of seconds. Docs, Google form. Hey everyone, good evening. How are you guys doing? Like the stream, guys. Please like the stream and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Okay, so I'm sending the link, guys. I'm sending the link in the chat. I'm pinking it over there, so you will just fill that form. Just give me one moment. I will just send the link in chat. Choose your name. Required. And this will be a file format. Okay, I am sharing this on my link on my Telegram group. So I've shared the form. Just go over there and fill up the form. I'm also pasting the link over here. Don't worry. Just give me a moment. I will also paste the stream. Did you guys get the form? Please write it down in chat so that I would be able to understand. Just a second, I think. Can someone paste the link in the chat if any one of you in Telegram so that I can pin it over here as well? Live resume or something. I think this one. Cool, I got it, no issues. Yeah, can anyone paste the link? Can anyone paste the link in the chat, please? I will just pin it. I don't know why am I not able to. Just a second. Cool. Just a second. Just give me a second. I will try to get this. Actually, I can't share the. Just give me a second, guys. If anyone can please paste the link that I just sent in the Telegram group, or I will just send this. Okay, I've got it. This is the link. I will pin it. See, I pinned the message. Just go and so can you guys see the pinned message? If you can, then go and submit your responses over there. Let me go to forms.google.com for the responses, and I will start. I don't know why it is not. Okay, let's do one thing. I think it is going to be some issue. You guys just directly paste the drive link to your resume in the chat, and I will pick up one by one. So that will be a better option, I guess. Because anyway, you are going to send resume, and that is going to go into my drive, and it's going to eat up my space. So let's not do that. Let's just directly paste the link, and then let's let's take it off from there. Karthike, see, for the sensitive data and all, you need to blur it. So that's why I always tell you guys that please blur your sensitive data like contact information and all these things. So this is going to be a live session, so I can't go, because when I was doing this resume review videos, I still found a lot of resumes that you guys didn't even bother to strike out your personal information. So what I did was I edited those parts, I blurred out those parts myself. But since it's a live session, I can't do anything. So what I would suggest is go and either remove the contact information that you have, or just blur it out, whatever you feel like. Why can't you share link in the chat? Okay, just a second. I don't know why it is not opening for me. There's going to be some issue. I'm trying to. This is the this is, I don't know why they can't. I don't know why this is not accessible. Can't you guys send it in the chat itself, the drive link? Is it not possible? Can someone please confirm this? I think we are already. Okay, cool. See 45 responses. Okay. But I don't know how to share this. Yeah, I have to be in incognito mode because there are a lot of tabs open, and I'm not sure whether I can, like, just because this is my office laptop, so I'm not sure whether I can share screen. Just give me a second. Just let me a second to figure this out. Let me open my drive and see if I can. Or we can paste it in some basement. So what we can do is, can use ID one now only. Let's use this. Do one thing. Paste your drive links here. See if you can edit this. See if you can edit this. You can edit this and paste it over there. It's going to be. This shouldn't have been such a problem. Hey guys, am I audible? I think I've got your responses. We'll start. Just tell me whether am I audible or not, and just use this sheet only. This one only. I will pin this again. Really sorry for the interruption. No, just use this sheet. I have pinned this again, so we are going to only do this. Use this. Okay, cool. We will pick up one by one. So let's go with Naveen's first. Okay. No, I think we have Bhavya's sheet. Let's go with it. Cool. Okay. For Bhavya, you have mentioned the education. You are from 2019 pass out. That's fine. These links are clickable. That's okay. Experiences. IIT Allahabad work with. So one thing which I find really good about the CV is a one-page CV. So definitely the first thing is ticked. You shouldn't be making a CV more than one page. Apart from that, I see some pointers which are highlighted, which is good, because I don't think that person is referring, or like a recruiter is going to go through your CV line by line. So it's very good that you have highlighted some of the parts, but also make sure that you highlight those parts in such a way such that even if I don't go through your experience or your projects, I would be still able to figure out that exactly what you have done, right? So that I don't find. I have seen that you have highlighted some points, but like let's say I see Professor GC Nondi is being highlighted, but I don't make anything out of this, right? You should have highlighted this part, right? Or this part, right? So this is good. You have provided metrics that you have, like how to improve a particular system. So that's really great. But I think choosing the keywords is the key here, which I think you can improve it a bit better. You have just gone for random selection. That's what I feel. Same for the projects. I mean, you should have highlighted the keywords. So try to find out keywords, right, and then try to highlight them. So for the project section, that is also I would suggest the same thing. Apart from that, I don't find. Okay, so you have provided, I think, a hyperlink for this project. So if I open it, I'm not sure what is going to pop up. Okay, but try to. Okay, so you have provided an example. That's good. But the way you have described the project and you're given the GitHub link, that's good. But also try to attach make a small video, like how does your project work, and run through, give a walkthrough, right? That would be more better to understand. And apart from that, again, I don't see any link to this project as well as this project. So try to get project links, at least the GitHub code, or the way give a brief walkthrough video. Technical skills, C++, Python, Git, GitHub. Okay, that's cool. Major achievements, winner at. So you have to mention that out of how many candidates, right? you won this competition, right? So that gives you more leverage. Similarly for this as well, first prize large group grade 11 and NASA. So I can't figure out that this prize is about like which contest, like what is this contest all about? Is it a coding competition or is it something space competition? Because if it's a space competition, then it doesn't make sense to put it this CV, because you're applying for the software engineering role, right? Again, you have to provide metrics as well. So that is the first point. Out of how many candidates you achieve this particular thing, and also it should be relevant, right? It should be something related to coding. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Joint provisional patent. This is okay. This is good. You have also given the patent file number. Maybe you could have attached a link as well. Open source contributor Astropy. This should come under experience. This should definitely not come under your achievements. And 4-star on CodeChef platform. This is not an achievement. This should come under your coding profile section. So I don't find you mentioning anything about your data structure, algorithmic problem solving skills, because that is something you should mention, at least if you are applying for product based companies and looking for SD1 roles. So you have not mentioned that anywhere, and you have like mentioned the most important thing is right at the bottom, also specialist on code forces, and you have not provided any link. I don't find any links, right? So try to make a coding profile section and then try to attach some coding profile link as well, right? And try to put it on the top, try to highlight it, because I mean, I don't know, this is the last line. The most important thing is on the last line, so I don't think that's good. Anyway, I think you're just in your third year. There's a long way to go. So this CV looks pretty sorted out. You just need to make small changes here and there. But for the achievements part, I think you still need to make some certain changes that I don't know how relevant it is. But apart from that, it really looks good. The projects and experience section, considering your background, is pretty good. Cool. Also, you mentioned the coding profile over here as well, right? So yeah, I think this is done, right? Okay, now let's take up some chats. Good template, yeah, is Overleaf. I personally made my resume for Overleaf, so you can check it from there. Okay, next up. Okay, so Bhavya, if you have any doubts, you can like put it down in comments, right? For now, I will close this and I will move to. Okay, I think Naveen was saying. Okay, let's pick up Naveen's resume. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Well, let's pick up from here only. I don't know. Let's pick up one by one. Ashish, are you here? हाँ, सबका करता हूँ. Let's go one by one only. Okay, Ashish, I think I reviewed your resume. I think it looks like you are from my college only. Your resume is a two-page CV, which doesn't look really great, to be very honest, for starters. And you have used too much space. Like, see, I mean, the kind of spacing that you have given, I don't think it makes much sense, because if you look at Bhavya's resume, and that was very neat, right? And that was within a page. So you need to fit things within your page. You can't just keep on blabbering things in a resume. Again, this is fine, but I think you definitely need to work on your spacing, because if you work on your spacing anyway, it is going to come down to one page. Professional skills, languages, fundamental skills, okay. Environmental, this is fine. This is unnecessary. I mean, everyone expects you to work on Linux and Windows. This is completely unnecessary. Soft skills, everyone expects you to have that, right? So you don't need to mention it in the CV itself, like explicitly. I don't think any mention is needed. You have mentioned a personal project. You have given nothing, no information about it. This is not good. You definitely need to like explain your project, right? You saw in the last CV. That's why I asked you to go through my resume review videos, because you get a hang of how can you present your CV, right? From the mistakes and by watching other CV, you also get to understand, right? So this is something I feel you definitely need to change. Achieved in activities of 99.7%. I don't really understand what it does, right? So you need to like talk more about it, right? You need to talk about the tech stacks that you have used. So definitely this needs a change. Just like you mentioned the internships and experience, you also need to do the same thing for the projects, and also you need to give the links to the projects as well, right? Anyway, this is kind of fine. This looks good. Again, you need to highlight the keywords, because no one is going to go through a CV like that. Certifications, I don't think certifications is very important. For me personally, I don't buy certifications, because if you have to show certifications, then try to build a project around it. Let's say you have learned web development and you're certified as a web developer from some institute. Instead of providing that, try to make some personal projects, and then in that way try to showcase that, okay, I mean, I know this particular thing, I have this skill. So that is the best way, of selling your skill. That's what I feel, instead of giving certifications. And like, let's say if it's a very very a respected certification, like let's say a Java OCJP certified, then you can give that. Otherwise I don't think it makes much of a sense. Best conduct, again, I mean, best conduct is something, I don't know, it is very very relevant, right? I mean, every company expects you to have a decent conduct. So what are you trying to, like, by mentioning these things explicitly, what are you trying to portray? So I mean this is totally unnecessary. I don't get what is this newspaper meet Times of India. I don't understand it, what exactly it is. Unless and until some person has already been here, I don't think you will be able to make out, right? Inter club annual aquatic meet. I also don't get what it is, right? So I don't know how you're claiming it as an achievement. So you have to kind of like mention those things on which are relevant, those achievements, and try to provide metrics that, okay, how many people I got this, right? Languages known, English, Hindi, Bengali, it is not required, right? First of all, like, no one expects you to know Bengali. Second thing is Hindi, like, that's fine, okay, if you know it, but English everyone expects you to know, right? So you don't need to mention things which are kind of already expected out of you, right? So you don't need to mention those things explicitly. So I think you have a lot of work to do in this CV, right? So if you want, you can connect with me on Instagram, right? But I think you definitely need a lot of work. So yeah, I mean, I think that's I think you got what I wanted to say. Okay, and next up is, I will be picking one by one. Okay, otherwise I don't know, it's not loading, so we will be picking one by one. Okay, let's go first. Surya Kaushik. Cool. Okay. What is his name? Okay. Kind of a complex name. Let's not get into pronouncing. So you are in a final year. You have provided the education. It is a one-page CV. CV looks pretty good, I would say. The first impression is like really good. So it gives me an impression to go and look at the CV. So let's say when I am also referring now. So I was like last week I put a message out on Telegram, right? That like Amazon is hiring, right? So I got a lot of CVs, around hundreds and hundreds of responses. So it's always not possible to go through every CV like line by line. So what I do is I try to like scan it through my eyes very fast, within 5 to 10 seconds, right? And I think I'm very sure recruiter does it too as well, because he's dealing with CVs every day, right? So you have to catch that attention some way. Again, I'm saying this from my experience. I'm not a guru or something like that, but I mean, just trying to guide you from my experience only and how it works. So I have also tried a couple of things, but some things are definitely wrong, and that is what I'm trying to point out, right? But again, luck is involved and a lot of things are there, right? The openings should be there and stuff like that. Sometimes you guys tell that, okay, I have made a good resume, but still I'm not getting calls. Maybe it's because of luck sometimes, or sometimes it's because there are not relevant openings available to you, or maybe you're not applying to the relevant openings. So these things are there. But anyway, languages, IT constructs, DB language, that's fine. Try to mention very common keywords, because sometimes when the recruiter runs through some software, I don't know whether you'll be able to don't try to give any words which are kind of not very common, right? Like instead of IT constructs, you can just give coursework or something like that, because sometimes recruiter searches to keywords as well. Some automated software runs, right? So in that case, you don't know, like it might get missed, right? Structured query language. Okay, so DB language you should have mentioned. I don't know how is an SQL a DB language. So you might have mentioned I don't know, like Oracle or MySQL, something like that. Anyway, you have not mentioned out of how many candidates you got this rank. Again, for this as well. Personal project is something I think, okay, personal projects looked good, but again I think you need to apply keywords, and you also need to provide links, right? Work experience is also fine, but not very sure how it is relevant to software engineering, but still it's fine. Okay, I will give you that. This is good, 400 plus problems on lead code. So this will give, but again you need to attach a lead code link. How, if you're claiming it, you have to provide some proof, right? So definitely it gives anyone, at least if they're referring you for product based companies, there's a good chance that you might get a referral, right? Because like I mean, obviously the Courseware 3-star, it is decent. I won't say it's great, but at least this thing will definitely give anyone who's referring you or the recruiter some confidence. But again, and have decent projects as well to build around your CV. So I think it's a good CV. Again, this is not important. Captain of gold winning cricket team, it's something not important and not relevant at all, right? Because तुम तो cricket नहीं खेलने जा रहे हो, right? You are going for a software engineering role. So this is very relevant. Try to put some relevant things out there. Try to put more information out there. And also one thing, this 400 plus problems or Courseware 3-star is not an extracurricular activity anymore. It used to be during our time, maybe when competitive coding was not very sought after. We were just doing it for fun. But right now, you guys know that this DSA and all these things are very, very important and sought by the recruiter and also by the person who is referring you. So this cannot come under extracurricular activity. It should come under things that is required out of you. Because if you read an SD1 job description, you see that the first thing they ask out of you is good problem solving skills, right? And the second thing is the projects, right? So how are you putting this in an extracurricular activity? If you're putting this in an extracurricular activity at the bottom of your resume, that means that you are not giving it any importance at all, right? So definitely you need to put it somewhere up. Maybe you can build some coding profile section and maybe you can add it up there, but definitely this shouldn't come under extracurricular activities. And again, these two things, this thing is not required at all. This thing can go, but and I mentioned metrics over here as well. So this can definitely come under achievements, right? So I think this is okay. Let's go to Himanshu CV now. Cool. Let's see the doubts. सबका कर देंगे. अगर किसी का मिस भी हो जाए तो आई विल ट्राई टू नो, यू कैन लाइक रीच आउट टू मी ऑन इंस्टा, और मैं लाइव करते रहूँगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ऐसे. ओके, सो एनी क्वेश्चन सो फार? आई हैव रिव्यू 3 रेज्यूमेस, सो अगर कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो बता देना चैट में. ओके, दिस लुक्स अ गुड रेज्यूमे. ये काफ़ी पसंद आया मुझे. ये तो वली का रेज्यूमे है. सो बेसिकली इट्स द टेम्पलेट दैट मोस्ट पीपल यूज़. मैं भी ये यूज़ करता हूँ. DD CV से कुछ कहता है इसको, टेम्पलेट का नाम. Okay, so this is good. This is really good. You see, he has provided the project link as well as the GitHub link, right? So and it is really good. It has provided metrics like it has 2,000 plus downloads and supported platform. This is really good. This is really good. It looks like a production ready project, right? And it seems like a project that has been done for the community. So that's really, really great. Also for this, I think this is really great. He has like given some highlighted the keywords as well, right? So that's really great. I don't even need to go and like check out every line. I can just go and check out as just check out the keywords and understand that okay, what exactly this guy is about to say. Experience, okay, this is fine. Achievements, that's great. Yes, like qualified. And okay, this CV looks pretty good. I think the best that I've seen so far. Again, interest is something that you shouldn't be putting. I strongly feel you should be putting something relevant, but that's fine just to like put something you have put. But again, anyway, like you have already made a pretty impressive resume. This is also good. See, he has provided links, and here he has provided lead code link, he has provided Coursework link. In this way he has provided. So that's a really great way to go about it. Skills. Yeah, I think this is a very, very good CV, and definitely I think not only me, I think most of the people will definitely referring this. For the recruiter perspective, yeah, I mean it depends on the open positions as well, but yeah, this is a very good CV to get started with. Only thing I would say, try to only put relevant things. Interest is something they don't care, right? I mean, why would they care about interest? If you're only applying for service-based companies, then it's a different thing. In those end of interviews, those people, the interview structure is so unstructured that they can talk literally about anything. They can talk about interest, they can ask you to sing songs. ये भी देखा है मैंने काफ़ी सर्विस बेस्ड कंपनीज के इंटरव्यू में सिर्फ गाना गा के ऑफर दे दिया. आई हैव सीन दिस, राइट? एंड ऑब्वियसली ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ ऐसा ही होता है. आई मीन आई वाज आस्क्ड टेक्निकल क्वेश्चंस फॉर 1 hour, तो होता है, ऐसा नहीं है. बट लाइक सर्विस बेस्ड का कुछ अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड चीज़ें चलता है. But at least when you're applying for a product-based company, the structure is like they have a very structured process. They have 5 to 6 rounds. The first 2 rounds will be DSA, then hiring manager, bar raisers, projects. It's pretty sorted. So I mean, you don't need to put out these unnecessary things. At least when you're applying for product-based companies, college placements, on-campus placements, service-based companies, then it's fine. I mean, you can play around with your CV or whatever your college suggests. That's fine, completely fine. Anyway, moving forward. Okay, now Now let's go. I would be reviewing it one by one. After some time I would be changing the order, so don't worry. Cool. Okay, let's go to Jeet's resume. मैं कुछ देर बाद ऑर्डर चेंज कर दूंगा. सबका ओके. किसके साथ हुआ था ऐसा गाना गा के? ग्रेट. सो मे बी यू कैन शेयर एक्सपीरियंस इन चैट्स, बट हाँ ऐसा होता है. बट एनीवे सबका हो जाएगा. एंड वन थिंग आई एम पॉइंटिंग दिस आउट अगेन गाइज. व्हाट हैपन्स मोस्ट ऑफ द रेज्यूमेस क्या होता है कि मिस्टेक सेम टाइप का होता है. लाइक इवन इफ यू गो एंड चेक आउट दिस रेज्यूमे ना, इन अदर्स रेज्यूमे वुड फाइंड आउट दैट मोस्ट लाइक तुमने भी ये सब गलती करके रखा है. सो ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट दोज मिस्टेक्स, राइट, बिकॉज इट इज़ नॉट ऑलवेज पॉसिबल फॉर एनीवन टू रिव्यू योर रेज्यूमे, राइट. तो समटाइम्स यू हैव टू ऑल्सो लर्न from others mistakes as well, and also learn from them on this resume that like I am saying it's good, right. From good resumes you can learn, you can take some idea, and from the resume which are not as good or they have made some mistakes which I am pointing out, I am very sure most of you would be making the same mistake. तो वहाँ से भी कुछ inputs लेने का कोशिश करो, and don't only depend on me, right. You can reach out to a lot of people. Right now there is LinkedIn is open out for you and a lot of people are there to help you. So I mean, don't depend on one particular person. That I would always say to you guys, right. I mean, like see, I mean बहुत लोग बहुत कुछ बोलते हैं, but मैं यही बोलूँगा कि always put priority on yourself, right. क्योंकि यही है, मतलब तुम लोगों को करना है at the end of the day, right. तो हेल्प तो बहुत लोग बोल सकता है कि ये कर दूंगा, हेल्प कर दूंगा, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे यू गाइज हैव टू हेल्प योरसेल्फ, एंड आई ओनली वांट योर गुड. दैट इज़ व्हाई आई एम गिविंग अ वेरी ऑनेस्ट सजेशन फ्रॉम माई साइड, राइट. सही है. एनीवे करते हैं. पिक्चर नहीं रिक्वायर्ड है. पिक्चर इज़ नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. links you have provided, this is really great, but you have like 4-star Coursework, you have provided links. Anyway, this definitely gives me a good feel that okay, this guy is good at DSS, so he will definitely do well in the first 2-3 rounds. The next thing that I would see, okay, what projects he has, right, so that can he is he if he joins the company, would he be able to work, would he be able to do development work, also would he be able to go to the hiring manager and the parties around, at least if he's applying for Amazon and or similar type of companies. So he has provided project links. You have like given the keywords. That's really great. Anyway, editor positions of responsibility. This I don't think is very important. Again, this thing is not important. Languages, as I just told you, this is not important at all. You should provide something else. As what I can see, you have not provided any experience, so maybe you have not done an internship or anything like that. So I mean, it's okay, but try to like give more personal projects in that case. I mean, if you have to just fill up your space, now don't fill up this space with unnecessary things like these, right? Or hobbies, public speaking, orator, gaming, photography. इस सब के लिए तुम्हें नहीं hire कर दिया, right? They're not hiring you to like click photos, right? तो और नो लाइक बी अ गेमर, तो ये सब चीज़ें के लिए तो नहीं हायर कर रही है, राइट. सो ये सब चीज़ें मत डालो. एंड लाइक सी, आई मीन दिस इज द 4th or 5th CV आई एम कमिंग अक्रॉस वेरी पीपल हैव गिवन दिस थिंग. तो दैट दिस इज द थिंग आई एम ट्राइंग टू पॉइंट आउट. ट्राई टू लर्न फ्रॉम अदर्स मिस्टेक्स, ठीक है. तो ऐसा नहीं कि तुम्हारा CV अभी नहीं चल रहा है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि तुम्हारा टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है. यू आर लाइक लर्निंग, ओके, एग्जैक्टली what are the things that you should definitely not do and what are the things you should definitely do, right. Cool. Anyway, ये CV तो अच्छा है. I would definitely refer this out, but also I would like give you some suggestions as well that at least try to fill up with more necessary information. थोड़ा मुझे एक चीज़ कम लगा इसका. I don't know which year you are at. Okay, you are in a final year. That's fine, but internship नहीं है. But anyway, that's fine. I will still refer you. At least from my, if you ask me, I would refer you. Not sure for other people, but हाँ कुछ तो changes definitely चाहिए इसमें, ठीक है. Anyway, अभी तक कुछ questions? अभी तक कुछ questions? You can write it down in chats. Thanks Apneel, thanks means a lot. Okay, ये हो गया. राहुल पंडे का करते हैं. Okay, so this CV is also good. But I see most of the CVs are really good, and during when I was applying, there was not such not so many resources to guide us to, and we had to pretty much learn things on our own. So most of the resumes that I see now, you guys are very well aware. So I mean, I don't really need to help you guys a lot, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, you guys are doing really great, I would say. Anyway, experience, Goldman Sachs, that's good, but again, no highlight of keywords. I don't know what you have provided link. Let me open this link, what it exactly is. Okay, so you have provided links for Goldman Sachs career page. Okay, this is not needed. Everyone knows what Goldman Sachs is, right? Anyway, co-founder. Okay, okay. So have you just given it a thought to go to Shark Tank? Just joking. Anyway, education seems fine. Okay, these things anyway. No one will look. Projects, you have not provided any links. Okay, you have provided. No, don't give links like that. Try to either add it as a hyperlink right over in the project heading itself, or like make a separate section as some guided, right? Like project link and a GitHub link. That is my favorite version, right? Okay, awards and certification is not an award, right? And okay, so you have mentioned awards and certification. No, I would say try to mention only awards. Certifications, no one really cares. People do care about awards. This is cool, this is really great. You have provided the metrics. He has provided the metrics. That's what I was talking about. Out of how many students, out of how many teams you have like achieved this particular thing. Again he has provided metrics. That's really commendable. Others, midnight code. I posted one article daily on LinkedIn on topics that most commonly are coding. I don't think this is quite relevant, but it's fine. I mean, it's I would say it's just good to have something kind of a thing. It's not that uh, really important. You have like provided the lead code link. Let me go and check. What about the projects? You have a lot of experience. That's good. Projects, I'm not very convinced. Maybe like you could have presented in a better way. Maybe a project is good, but a presentation is a bit weak. That's what I found in terms of projects. 124 problems solved. Okay, kind of decent, but I think still at least 200 250 problems. That means also I would check one thing. Let's say you have solved 124 problems. Out of that, how many of them are hard and how many of them are medium, right? If you're applying for Amazon, Microsoft, probably I will check the medium ones, right? Maybe for Google it would be the hard ones or medium ones. Depends. Google has also, like, I don't know, sometimes they ask medium questions as well, mostly. But anyway, okay, how do you make it out? Just need to check once. Okay, medium is 64, hard is only 4. Cool. I think you still need to work on your DSS skills. If you have like practiced anywhere, you need to work on it. I'm very sure you would do anyway. So cool. I mean, there's still things you need to work on, but overall it's fine. It's not that bad. Cool. Anshita, how to how to optimize resume depending on a particular job description. Order change एक काम कर सकते हो तुम लोग, फिर से इसको मतलब ये कर सकते हो. मैं एक बार व्यू फोल्डर करता हूँ, देखता हूँ ये खोल जाए कि नहीं. खोल गया. चलो मैं अब तो रैंडम पिक करूँगा. ठीक है, इसका पिक करता हूँ. ये मैसेज क्या था? सेकंड फिर से इनकॉग्निटो का प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. एनीवे देखता हूँ, मैं करता हूँ कुछ. एनीवे अंशिता मित्तल, अगेन योर CV इज़ वेरी ब्लैंक. मुझे लगता है कि काफ़ी काम करना चाहिए तुम्हें इस CV के ऊपर. एंड आई मीन फोटो इज़ डेफिनेटली नॉट नेसेसरी. दिस थिंग इज़ डेफिनेटली नॉट नेसेसरी. Personal projects, you need to mention more about it. You have not provided any links at all. Education section, no one cares, to be very honest. This thing again, see, I mean, you guys are making the same mistakes, right? You like that it's right in front of your own eyes, right? So that's what I'm saying. So it's something that you can definitely learn from these type of videos. I've also put out, I think I've reviewed around 20 resumes in my 4 episodes of resume reviews, right? So I mean, वहाँ से भी जाके देख सकते हो. ये सब चीज़ मैंने already point out कर चुका हूँ. So if you have not changed these things, then it means that you haven't checked out the videos. What I feel generally, what you do is you always want me or someone to review your resume and then you make the changes, but you are not taking these videos seriously. That's what I feel. Otherwise these things shouldn't be there. That's what I feel. क्योंकि मैंने बहुत जगह देख ली ये सब चीज़ें अभी भी हो रही है. So that means either you're not watching my videos or maybe you're not taking those things seriously. Because I mean, like no one can help you if you're not really helping yourself, right? I mean, you can't wait for one person to review your resume, right? No one has that much amount of time. Let me be very clear on this. Anyway, okay. Certificates, again I tell you this thing, that instead of certificates, try to put projects. That's the best way to sell your skill. Okay. Again, I think this needs a lot of work. I don't know which year you are at. You are at final year, but at least if you're applying for product-based companies, I think you should definitely should definitely like change this. You need to work on the resume. I think it looks like a very half-hearted resume, right? Anyway, that's cool. You can use the ones that, no, you can use the link, right? Pranav, that is in the section, right? And and you can use that, and you can use that to fill your resume. Anyway, अगर वीडियो को लाइक नहीं किया तो लाइक कर दो यार. Like this video. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay, just let me see. Okay, let me pick up Soumya CV. Okay, this CV looks a 2-page. Font doesn't look good. It is not looking good or very pleasing to the eyes. 2-page resume is definitely a very negative thing to start off with. Projects, okay, this is not the way to put projects. See, I mentioned these things time and again, but for some reason the message is not clearly out there. You should have like given it an hyperlink on the heading section, right? So yeah, I mean, this is definitely not the way to go. Anyway, the font is not good at all. No highlight of keywords, right? And it doesn't give a good feel, right? And if it doesn't give a good feel, now out of so many candidates, your resume will get lost, even if you're done great work. So that's the thing you have to like really understand. And apart from that, work experience, you have a lot of work experience, cool. But again, I think keywords and font needs to change. Education is not important, to be honest. You can put it down at the bottom. If you're a complete fresher, and if you're college, if you're sitting for on-campus placement, then it's a different ball game. All I'm trying to talk about is off-campus resume that I'm talking about, and for product-based companies, not for service-based companies. Service-based companies का यार resume, first of all, service-based companies तो बस मतलब ऐसे तो off-campus का कुछ चीज़ नहीं होता है. You just directly apply, you give a test and get a call, and उसका अलग चीज़ होता है. Service-based company, guys want me to review resumes on service-based, I can do that because service-based का कुछ अलग होता है. Service-based में it's all about, you can write anything in your resume, like interest, hobbies, कुछ भी लिख लो, ठीक है, no issues, ठीक है, वहाँ पे कोई देखने भी नहीं जाएगा. बट वहाँ पे एक चीज़ मैंने नोटिस किया है कि मैंने भी सर्विस बेस्ड कंपनीज में बहुत इंटरव्यूज दिया है कॉलेज लाइन पे. तो मैंने एक चीज़ नोटिस किया कि what happens over there is whatever you write in your resume, you have to be very confident about that, because in service based companies there is no structure for your interview. You can get asked from anything and everything, but what happens is normally they ask you questions on your resume only. So whatever you write, even if you write that you are a good musician or whatever, then he might ask you to sing a song, and if you can't, you might get rejected just because you couldn't sing the song and you wrote that in a CV. So it's all about being true to your CV. Whatever you know, you write that in a CV, and you have to be honest about it, right? Because if the interviewer finds out that it is not that whatever I mentioned is a bluff, then you're not going to get the offer, right? But product-based companies, people are not even going to check out the irrelevant information. They only care about the relevant information, because to them it doesn't matter whether you're a musician, you're a cricketer, you're a gym professional, or doesn't matter to them at all. All they care, if you're an SDU1, is whether you are able to clear the rounds successfully or not, and their rounds are very structured, right? It doesn't change for any particular individual, right? So yeah, that's the basic difference. So ये ख्याल रखना पड़ेगा. So I think you need to work on your CV. I think you have done a lot of work. You definitely have the content, but the presentation doesn't. Am I guys audible? I have now switched to. I think now I'll be able to pick up random resumes. Am I audible? ओके अभी मैं एक करके चैट से लूँगा, ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. एक चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो यार, एंड शेयर कर दो. चैनल को थोड़ा सब्सक्राइब कर दो. थोड़ा टफ होता है व्हेन यू क्रिएट नॉन क्लिकबेट कंटेंट, तो हाँ वही है, थोड़ा मोटिवेशन मिल जाता है. ओके, एबल टू हियर, राइट, कूल. एंड सबका करता हूँ, अभी एक करके करते हैं, ठीक है. तो ओके, लेट्स पिक अप. किसका कर सकते हैं? हु वाज द वन हु फर्स्ट? मैंने एक बंदा का नाम लिखा था, Akshay. Okay, I will just like call out names, and if you're here, just tell me a yes. Akshay, are you here? Akshay, you're here, right? Okay, cool. I have saw you in chats. ठीक है, अक्षित का खोलता हूँ, ठीक है. ठीक है. Okay, cool. Akshat, you have provided a number. Okay, so WhatsApp, that's good. Work experience, Android developer. I don't know what you have provided this hyperlink for. Let me check. What is this? Okay, this is internship project certificate. Normally, don't need to put this. No one requires this nowadays. But like again, these things are looked after by service-based companies. Product-based companies are not going to look at it. One-page CV profile link should have been way up. Profile link should have been here, right? It shouldn't have been down here. Anyway, Android developer. And एक चीज़ मैं बता रहा हूँ, like whenever you are submitting a resume for a review ना to any YouTuber, or you know, like when your resume can be up there on a big platform where a lot of people are watching. Especially I'm telling this for girls, ठीक है? I mean, because you guys have this problem. You have to like protect your confidential information, right? तो ट्राई टू ब्लर आउट दीज थिंग्स, ठीक है? क्योंकि मेरे पास भी आया था एंड आई हैव टू गो एंड एडिट ऑल दोज रेज्यूमेस, बट ये तो लाइव में मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ, राइट? सो समटाइम्स यू ऑल्सो हैव टू डू दीज थिंग्स ऑन योर ओन. एनीवे, ठीक है, लाइक अब कुछ नहीं कर सकते. तो दिस इज़ फाइन. जावा, फायरबेस, एंड्रॉयड, एंड दिस सीवी लुक्स pretty good because you have like given the highlights, like you have given highlighted the keywords. Also you have mentioned given hyperlinks. That's fine. This is fine. I mean, project section looks good. Okay, so you might be thinking that I'm not going through projects line by line, because I'm doing this because so that I can review more and more resume, and that is where it works, right? No one will have enough time to go and walk through your entire resume, read it line by line. Okay. But still, if you want to get your resume reviewed, you can send out to me on Instagram, right? But again, I would try to help out more and more people, but I won't be able to reply to all of you. I'm clearing this out, ठीक है? तो तब आके मत बोलना कि मैंने नहीं किया. But I will try to help you more and more, guys. So if you want, you can send me out on Instagram, ठीक है? या कोई डाउट्स हो तो पूछ सकते हो. Anyway, achievements, certification. Okay, again, certifications is something I really don't buy, but anyway, if it's like Java hackering certification, it's something I know. Like I have also given of hackering, but I normally don't give that. ठीक है, मतलब मुझे पता है कि ठीक है, मतलब उसके जगह you give some, make some projects out of Java, that would be, you know, make more sense. This is good. This is good. You have provided metrics. You have provided metrics. Uh, these things look good. Okay. This again, creative contest, creative writing contest, no one cares, ठीक है? टीम लीड, नो वन केयर्स. मतलब तुम सोशल मीडिया मैनेजमेंट तो नहीं करने जा रहे हो, राइट? तो दिस इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट एट ऑल. And also you have not mentioned anything about DSA, yaar. So how would I know कि you are good in DSA and you would be able to clear the first 2-3 rounds? Coursework का एक बार प्रोफाइल खोल के देख लेता हूँ. But at least Geeks for Geeks या उसका देना 3 star is decent, but उसके I think you need to be at least a 4-5 star to, you know, crack these company interviews. I would at least solve some decent amount of problems on LeetCode GFG, which I don't find. But anyway, I think you're in a final year, so I think it's high time that you start practicing a bit more of DSA. Your project section definitely looks good. CV is not that bad, honestly. CV is not that bad. But yeah, I think you probably need to work on a bit on DSA. Maybe you're already good, but it doesn't shows to me in the CV, right? So presenting your what you already know is very important. So work on it, right? Anyway, अब देखते हैं किसका ले सकते हैं. Okay, अभी आई थिंक मृण्मय भट्टाचार्य, सब लोग बोल रहे हैं यार, सबका करेंगे, एक एक करके करेंगे. मृण्मय 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 का कहाँ है? अच्छा, इस कार्तिकेय शर्मा यार, वो बहुत देर से बोल रहा था. इस कार्तिकेय यार, कार्तिकेय आर यू हियर? एंड लाइक द स्ट्रीम गाइस. इसको 200 टारगेट करते हैं, 200 टारगेट करते हैं, ठीक है? लाइक कर दो जल्दी से. कार्तिकेय, हाँ कार्तिकेय आर यू हियर, राइट? सो लेट्स, आपका तुम क्या करते, तुम्हारा करते हो, तुमने बहुत देर से बोल रहा था. अच्छा, ये ब्लैंक आउट कर दिया. अच्छा ठीक है, चलो. इसने तो सीरियसली लिया है एटलीस्ट मेरे बात को. लुक्स गुड. डीडीसीवी मेरा भी फॉर्मेट है, मैं इसको बहुत पसंद करता हूँ. एनीवे, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं कि शुड बी वन कॉलम. आई वाज टॉकिंग टू वन ऑफ द लाइक फैंग रिक्रूटर्स. शी इज एन एक्स अमेज़न रिक्रूटर, तो शी वाज ऑफ द ओपिनियन कि मतलब एक कलम होना चाहिए. बट एनीवे, आई वुड लेट यू नो. मेरा तो हो गया था सिलेक्शन, मेरा बहुत कंपनीज में सिलेक्ट हुआ है. तो मतलब मुझे नहीं लगता, आई एम प्रीटी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट माय सीवी.
तो हाँ मतलब और Amazon से भी खुद से कॉल आया था, गूगल से भी कॉल आया था, तो आई मीन इट्स कम्प्लीटली फाइन, आई थिंक कर सकते हो। बट एनीवे आई मीन उसके साथ भी एक वीडियो करेंगे, तब we will like discuss about it. But anyway, this CV looks good. I personally like this format very very much. Experience, application engineer, okay, again keywords, highlight keywords. I mean no one is going to read through these lines, ठीक है, इतना टाइम किसी के पास नहीं होगा, कुछ भी बोल ले लोग, ठीक है। And code forces visualizer, okay. I mean try to provide keywords so that if I just read those keywords I would be able to make out what you have exactly done. uh, Provide metrics out of how many people you got this. This is a very good code forces rating. Great. But I think instead of putting this under achievements, you should try to put this under this links. Okay. Oh, I've already mentioned. No, that's great. And that's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. No, ये तो CV सही है. At least DSA side से like CV also looks good. Projects also looks decent. But हाँ, I think मुझे लगता है कि थोड़ा keywords को डालना चाहिए ज़्यादा. Other than that, ये सब तो मतलब नहीं लगेगा. ये सब तो नहीं लगेगा, बट अगेन ठीक है, मतलब सीवी डालने के लिए दिए हो तो एनीवे दैट्स कंप्लीटली फाइन। बट या डेफिनेटली दिस सीवी इज डेफिनेटली गुड, डेफिनेटली रेफरेबल। बट हाँ, जस्ट थोड़ा मुझे लगता है कि कीवर्ड्स डालने का थोड़ा जरूरत है, ठीक है। अदरवाइज दिस सीवी इज गुड, एटलीस्ट आई वुड रेफर डेफिनेटली लाइक 9 out of 10 आई वुड रेफर दिस सीवी, ठीक है। एनीवे मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, किसका है किसका कर सकते हैं, अरुणव दत्तो, ठीक है उसका लेते हैं। अरुणव दत्तो, ओके, लेट्स सर्च। ठीक है, इसका देखते हैं 1 out of 1। अगेन ये बहुत ही सही चीज है, बट यू शुड पुट दिस ऑन द टॉप, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। तो ये तो मैं लास्ट में जाके देखूंगा नहीं। LinkedIn badge, I don't know what is this exactly, but it's fine, you put it something, it's not bad. This is also good, but out of how many participants, runner up, this is fine, this is fine. This is again very irrelevant, but ठीक है, I mean service based companies में ये सब चलता है। I don't know whether product based companies will care about it. um Okay, apart from that, University of Calcutta. Okay, you're from Calcutta only, no? Huh, great. Experiences has AI. Okay, I mean this is good CV. This is a really nice CV. Because you've highlighted the keywords. It's a one-page CV. Just one thing I would say, ki try to make a link, separate link for coding profile. Just okay, I already need that. That's good, but at least try to like put this more at the top so that it is more visible. Okay. Apart from that, मतलब ठीक है, you have provided links and all. The CV, you have highlighted the keywords. It looks a pretty decent CV. तो मैं तो इसको जरूर रेफर करूँगा. तो ठीक है. I mean, this looks good. Uh, Anyway, if you have 1+ years of experience and you're confident with data structure and algorithms, do reach out to me on Insta by tonight. But only those who are very very confident, like you have solved some decent problems on DSA. सब मत करना, ठीक है? Otherwise, like you would be eating out on chances, ठीक है? Okay. Anyway, ठीक है, मैं उसका टेलीग्राम में बता दूंगा डिटेल्स। एनीवे लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड। ओके आशीष, दैट्स ग्रेट। अगर कोई डाउट हो तो इंस्टा में पूछ लेना। आई थिंक यू आर ऑल्सो माई फेसबुक एज वेल, तो वहाँ पे भी पूछ सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। शिवलिका, ओके, शिवलिका का देखते हैं कितना टाइम दिया था। 10 बजे तक बोला था। आई विल बी डूइंग इट बाय 10:30, ठीक है, क्योंकि मैंने भी कुछ मेरे साइड से दिक्कत थी। बट तब तक एटलीस्ट यार 200 कर दो लाइक। कितना हुआ है अभी तक? 90, 77। इसको 200 टारगेट करते हैं, ठीक है, प्लीज इसको 200 कर दो लाइक। uh, Again शिवालिका, you have given too much space. First of all, this is not important at all, ठीक है। तुम कहाँ से हो that really doesn't matter. स्पेस आई डोंट थिंक लाइक स्पेसिंग इज नॉट प्रॉपर, ठीक है। अब बहुत सारा स्पेसेस है, ठीक है। तो वो तुम्हें सही करना पड़ेगा। ये बहुत ही अनइवन लग रहा है स्पेसिंग जो है। आई थिंक देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ अननेसेसरी गैप्स व्हिच इज नॉट ग्रेट, and you definitely need to work on it. Anyway, I mean, this is just a first impression. I haven't even gone and read your CV. This is just a first impression, which doesn't really look nice. Okay. So skills, okay, you should be highlighting this, but otherwise operating system, Microsoft Windows, comma Linux. I mean, this is very basic thing. This is something people expect you to know. So you don't need to explicitly mention this and lose your leverage of, because at the end of the day you have to put so many information in one page. So why would you put unnecessary things and just because those are noises at the end of the day. They don't really matter. They eat up your space, and as a result, you can't put in the information that really matters or that can get you a call, right? So, again, positions of responsibility not very important. Even if you, so in couple of series, I saw that okay, those guys have already mentioned out the good points. They have structured the CV in a well, and then they have mentioned these things. तो उसके लिए मैंने कर दिया ठीक है इसके लिए फिर भी सही है I mean but I mean because they have mentioned it at the bottom and I already highlighted the good points at positions where it was very striking right to the eyes but over here you can see that तुमने इसको एक ऐसी position पे रखा है which I mean, when I first open the CV, the first thing I see this skills, and then I come to this, right? And this is very irrelevant. So you have already, like you have already lost at leverage, right? So you need to put more relevant information at places which is more striking to the eyes, right? At the first glance. So, certificates and trainings again. I'm kind of against certificates. I would always look at projects and experience because I always feel that projects are the best way to showcase your skills that you learn through certifications, that you learn through trainings or whatever, right? Because certification तो शायद तुमने obviously you have like maybe you have like worked hard and got the certificates but like यही होता है कि like people even pay and get certificates ठीक है मैं तुम्हें छोटा नहीं कर रहा हूँ but maybe you have worked hard to obviously get the certificate but normally it happens so there's this general feeling तो वही होता है कि best thing that people sees anyone sees is the projects तो project section में again मैं I can't see any links to your projects and again why have you mentioned this like I mean where have you made the project no one cares तुमने गोरखपुर में बैठ के किया है वाराणसी में बैठ के किया है लंदन में बैठ के किया है no one really cares these are very irrelevant information instead of that you could have provided project links ठीक है anyway that's fine you would learn but again I would highly suggest you to go and check out my resume review videos you would get a hang of it and if you are not able still not able to figure out you can like reach out to me but anyway I would still suggest you कि तुम देख लो थोड़ा and you would get to understand कि कैसा चीजें हो रहा है यहाँ पे देखो I mean why this text is like kind of shifted towards the right side I mean it is not I mean I think you need to like restructure your resume if the formatting is not good at all maybe you have used Microsoft Word or whatever it is the formatting is not great at all you need to restructure your resume and work on it at least spend a day on it and try to figure these out because if this is very unprofessional that's what I feel anyway this is fine this is also okay, but you haven't mentioned anything about your tech stack, right? Like what tech stack you use. Okay, you have used Flutter, but I think you should then talk more and more about it, right? Like you should like probably explain the project in a better way and provide links, right? This is just an experience, but you should talk more about the experience, what you did, how did you contribute, right? These things also for your projects. And again, no, nothing I can find in terms of DSA, no coding profiles, nothing. So this is a big minus, I would say. If you're not providing any coding links, any lead code geeks for geeks, code forces, code chef links, then how will I understand that you are good at DSA and you would be able to like go and crack those interviews, right? Because if I'm not confident in referring you, then I know it's a wastage of my time as well as your time as well as recruiter's time as well. Because एक बंदा आके मुझे बोल रहा था कि भैया प्लीज रेफर कर दो आई टोल्ड हिम कि ओके आई डोंट सी हैव यू प्रैक्टिस डीएस ही सेड नो बट ही सेड ओके प्लीज एक बार रेफर कर दो एक्सपीरियंस हो जाएगी आई मीन ऐसे नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज सी आई मीन ही इज माय you guys might be thinking that if I refer you then you are going to get a call ऐसे नहीं होता है referrals are not magic ones it goes to the recruiter it will pass to the recruiter right तो उसको कैसे फिर मनाओगे कि इसको फिर कैसे ये बोलोगे यू नॉट वोंट गेट द चांस राइट सो ये सब करके कोई फायदा नहीं होता है ऊपर से क्या होता है कि आई मीन eligible candidate misses out on his chance right because obviously we also have limited time anyway I think you need to work a lot on your CV Shivalika and you can get in touch with me I would be more than happy to help you out but again like you can watch out my videos and you can learn from that right anyway cool अब किससे करते हैं नयन रमनी बहुत दिन देर से बोल रहे हैं ओके नायन का देखते हैं यार नायन okay, good CV. Looks good. Profile links. It should have been put. You should have like put this at the top instead of education, right? Okay, you're still to pass out. That's why you have kept education at the top. But I would say try to put this in a much higher try to put this somewhere around here so it is easily visible, right? No highlights, no keywords, no highlight of keywords. That is something I should definitely do everywhere. Other than that, you haven't provided any project links. That is the second thing you need to do. This is fine. Technical skills more or less fine. Okay, cool. This is okay. Again, this is unnecessary information. Maybe you could have talked a little bit more about the project and more about the experience, like how did you improve a particular system, or how did you, what exactly the things you worked on, right? You could have written more about it and highlight obviously keywords, highlighting of keywords. But yeah, I mean, okay, solve more than 1,000 problems. But this is not really an achievement. This is already coming in this section, right? So achievement is something you won a coding competition or like won a hackathon or something like that, right? So I feel okay. Let me just open the lead code once. Okay, you have solved 310 problems out of it 163 medium, so it's pretty decent. But I mean, I think projects we have, but I feel you need to present your CV in a better way. Content is good, but CV presentation might be a bit better, bit better. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It can be a bit better, okay? But anyway, upper upper, to I think it's good, not that bad. Referable CV, definitely it's a referable CV. Anyway, uh, उसके बाद 95 likes guys, like let's make it 200. Try to make it 200, at least take it close to 200 और like it कर दो और सब्सक्राइब भी कर दो यार, I mean please सब्सक्राइब कर दो चैनल को like I'm trying to bring more and more content that is helpful to you, so please do subscribe and share. अब किसका करें, let's see. पांडा ब्रो बहुत देर से बोल रहे हैं, भनवर सिंह, ओके. कैसे कैसे नाम देते हो यार तुम लोग, मतलब टेलीग्राम में भी और यूट्यूब में भी. क्या नाम है, भंडार? नहीं ये नहीं, एक सेकंड. भनवार राइट, ओ सॉरी. तुमने डॉक्स फाइल में क्यों भेजा यार? ट्राई टू मेक अ पीडीएफ ना. ये तो पूरा डॉक्स फाइल खोल के बैठ गया मैं. एनीवे, दिस इज अननेसेसरी इन्फॉर्मेशन. क्लियरली सेज कि तुमने ये मतलब you haven't checked out my resume review videos because I pointed out these things there. Again, no hyperlinks. Mm, no hyperlinks for projects. Okay, more than two-page resume. I mean, this is definitely not accepted. I don't know why have you put this. इसको साइन करने वाले थे क्या तुम, मतलब साइन करके क्या क्या करोगे, मतलब आई डोंट नो, कि बहुत बिजार चीज है ये. मतलब खुद ही सीवी बना रहे हो, खुद को क्यों, उसको क्यों साइन करोगे, आई डोंट नो. मतलब ये सब चीज मे बी कॉलेज में बोला होगा. आई डू अंडरस्टैंड बिकॉज दीज टाइप ऑफ थिंग्स आर नॉर्मली टोल्ड यू टू यू गाइज इन कॉलेज कि ऐसे सीवी बनाओ वैसे सीवी बनाओ, बट मोस्ट ऑफ इट इज डन इन टायर 3 कॉलेजेस. बिकॉज व्हाट हैपेंस इज उसमें उन लोगों को पता है कि कैसे कंपनीज आती है एंड दे आर नॉट इवन बॉदर्ड अबाउट लाइक गुड कंपनीज, प्रोडक्टिव कंपनीज. ऑल दे केयर इज अबाउट द नंबर्स, राइट? इतना नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स गॉट प्लेस. तो ठीक है, उन लोगों का सुन लो. मैं हम लोगों ने हमने भी सुना है, ठीक है. बट like this is more about off campus product based companies, so there you have to follow certain strategy and you guys can't go with two-page resume. वहाँ पे भी ये भी TCS का एक format है. They say that you have to write your parents name, what they do and stuff like that. No product based companies cares about what your parents do, right? So these are all noises. Anyway, उस हिसाब से कर लेना. Again, certifications I really don't care. And these are not achievements, these are all certifications. Most of them are certifications. Maybe this I'm not very aware of, but I mean most of them are certifications. So try to like showcase your projects. Research paper is good, but research paper is not very sought after because you are applying for not for research roles, you're applying for software engineering roles, right? So something around coding competition, something around hackathons is going to give you a more advantage than research papers, but that's not bad. Good to have, but not. I'm not sure whether that's going to give you much advantage. Internship, again, you have not mentioned anything. You've just given 2 pointers. You need to mention the tech stacks. You need to mention the how did you improve on a particular system, what were the roles and responsibilities. You need to highlight the keywords like you have done over here. You need to, like, for the projects, you need to add the hyperlinks. These things you have to do, which you haven't done. And also I can't find any ds algo like mention of any ds algo or anything that showcases that you are good at problem solving, which will like kind of give me the uh, motivation to go and refer you, right? तो हाँ, मतलब आई थिंक नीड अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क. हाँ, तो कर लो वो सब चीज़. तो दिस थिंग इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. प्रोजेक्ट्स में हाइपरलिंक्स डाल दो. कीवर्ड्स तो ऑलरेडी है. एकेडमिक अचीवमेंट्स, लाइक ट्राई टू, आई डोंट नो, आई मीन यू नीड टू लाइक provide more things related to software engineering. Internships, again, you need to explain more. This thing is not required at all. This thing you can totally like cut it out. extracurricular activities, again these things are not important. Attend in the 2 days I mean this is not like, I don't know, I mean ये जैसे वर्कशॉप बहुत होता है, no one really cares. इसको अगर प्रोजेक्ट बनाना हो तो उसको लिखो एंड उसको एक्सप्लेन करो, this is not important. NSS volunteer, no one cares, ठीक है. Organize and participate in various technical competitions, नहीं it's ये कोई मतलब this is not relevant at all. अगर तुमने कोई competition जीते हो तो उसको लिखो अचीवमेंट्स पे, उसको डालो अचीवमेंट्स पे, that is more relevant, ठीक है. एंड स्किल्स को तुम लास्ट में डाल रहे हो तो स्किल्स शुड गो अप, राइट. दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, और पुटिंग स्किल्स डाउन द एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज, ठीक है. आई मीन एक प्रायोरिटी भी होती है ना, व्हाट इज योर प्रायोरिटी? एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज प्रायोरिटी है, ये तुम्हारा प्रायोरिटी है कि तुमने इंटर्नशिप कैंपस एम्बेसडर बना था, या फिर तुम्हारा जो स्किल्स नॉलेज है वो ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी है. सो ऑब्वियसली शुड पुट दीस थिंग्स एट द टॉप. दीस आर बेसिक कॉमन सेंस, तो इसको थोड़ा चेंज कर लो, ठीक है. कोई डाउट है तो रीच आउट करना, एंड दीस थिंग्स आर नॉट रेलेवेंट, ठीक है. कूल, आई थिंक समझ गया होगे क्या बोलना चाहता हूँ, एंड लेट्स मूव ऑन. ठीक है ना. आई थिंक आई ठीक है. ओके प्रणव, ओके किसने ने बोल दिया? ब्रिजेश यादव, ओके उसका कर लेते हैं. एंड लाइक आई थिंक मतलब इतना भी ऑब्सेस मत हो कि किसी का अगर छूट भी जाए. आई मीन यू आर लर्निंग फ्रॉम दीज थिंग्स ना, तो लाइक दिस इज ऑल्सो गुड. आई मीन यू आर लर्निंग फ्रॉम अदर्स मिस्टेक्स. तो इतना सीवी देख रहे हो रिव्यू होने में, तो तुमको भी पता चल गया होगा कि कैसे हमें भी सीवी बनाना है. सो आर गेटिंग दैट मेंटल टेम्पलेट, राइट? And you are going through so many resumes, so you're getting to learn a lot. So it's fine if you are not getting a resume reviewed, maybe some others will, but you will at least like try to figure out your mistakes and try to like you know like take in those pointers and work around it, right? तो ये भी important होता है, ठीक है. anyway ये तो ज्यादा ही मतलब थोड़ा मतलब ठीक है, मतलब फॉर मी इट्स फाइन, बट आई एम नॉट श्योर कि ये प्रोफेशनल सीवी लग तो नहीं रहा है. बट एनीवे फॉर मी इट्स फाइन. लेट मी क्लैरिफाई, आई डोंट गो टू मच इनटू दीस थिंग्स. तो अचीवमेंट्स, दिस इज गुड, दैट्स ग्रेट. सर्टिफिकेट्स नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. ये क्या है? प्रोजेक्ट्स है, प्रोजेक्ट्स में full text search app, this is a nice app. You mentioned, but again I think you should have mentioned more metrics. All I can see is you have just mentioned the tech stacks, ठीक है. तो ये थोड़ा इसमें लिखो कि क्या करता है ये ऐप, एंड you have mentioned more on the tech stacks part. What I feel is you should have more emphasize on what this project does and how it does better from a particular system that is already in place. तो हाँ ये सब चीज. वेदर फाइंडर तो आई थिंक ये तो आई डोंट नो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली दिस थिंग इज डूइंग. दिस इज आई थिंक ये वेदर फाइंडर का तो एक वो होता है ना, बैकएंड एपीआई होता है आई थिंक, या किसका, लाइक यू कैन जस्ट डायरेक्टली कॉल एंड फेच द डिटेल्स. ये तो एक फ्रंट एंड जैसा ही हो गया. आई डोंट नो नोट.जेएस में क्या यूज किया है तुमने, बट ये ऐसा भी हो सकता है. मतलब ये तो जस्ट एपीआई कॉल करके हम डायरेक्टली फेच कर सकते हैं, पब्लिक एपीआई होता है इसके लिए. तो पता नहीं इसमें तुमने क्या करके रखा है. एंड एनी वी हैव नॉट ओके आई प्रोवाइड हाइलाइटिंग. सर हाँ ऐसे मत डालो ना इसको, मतलब थोड़ा ऊपर डाल दो प्रोजेक्ट हाइपरलिंक में, ठीक है. रेज्यूमे को ना ज्यादा मतलब उसको लेके ज्यादा एक्सपेरिमेंट मत करो. व्हाट आई वुड सजेस्ट इज ट्राई टू मेक अ स्टैंडर्ड रेज्यूमे. सो बिकॉज उसमें थोड़ा मतलब ये होता है कि लाइक सी आई वाज नॉर्मली एक्सपेक्टिंग अ प्रोजेक्ट लिंक ओवर हियर, राइट, एंड आई डिडंट फाइंड दैट. देन आई सडनली फाउंड इट्स ओवर हियर. So I think if you take my words, again, I am not a guru or something like that. Whatever I am saying, it's from my experience, and since I also refer a lot of CVs, so I also go through a lot of CVs, right? तो उस हिसाब से मैं बोल रहा हूँ, and also I've talked to a couple of people in this industry as well, a couple of recruiters. तो उस हिसाब से मैं बोल रहा हूँ ये सब चीजें. Anyway, मुझे ये लगता है कि करना चाहिए, but anyway, if you feel it's that's the way to go and it's worked in your favor, then it's fine. Anyway, you have put education down over here. That's really great because I've seen a lot of people putting education down above here. No one really cares about your education once you, at least when you're applying for these companies. They all care about your skills, which is a good thing. So I don't think so that's a good thing. You put education down here. Anyway, DSA looks good. Project section, so I feel it can be a little bit better. Okay, so I think work on your projects. DSA skills is already good. Again, this section is not required. Okay, so ये section तो बिल्कुल required नहीं है. Which I've already mentioned. Anyway, looks good. थोड़ा projects पे काम करो. I think projects should be more decent. ठीक है. तो अभी तक 105 लाइक्स हुआ है, थोड़ा और लाइक करो एंड प्लीज प्लीज इसको सब्सक्राइब कर दो चैनल को यार. एंड कोई डाउट्स हो तो पूछ लेना, ठीक है. एनीवे देखते हैं किसका बचा है. तो ये लाइव ज्यादा अच्छा है या रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो ज्यादा? ये वैसे भी ये रिकॉर्डेड जाएगा, वैसा नहीं है, बट व्हाट डू यू थिंक? ये लाइव ज्यादा अच्छा है रिज्यूम रिव्यूज, या फिर वो जैसे रिकॉर्डेड आता है जो तुम ऑब्वियसली तुम लोग देखते नहीं हो एंड फिर वापस में आ जाते हो कि लाइक भैया रिव्यू को रिज्यूमे को रिव्यू कर दो एंड देन आई सी कि like all those things are all over the place, and I've not mentioned any. I've not taken any pointers. Very few CVs, very people I've seen who actually watched my videos, compile those pointers and then are coming to me. ठीक है, तो मतलब वो पूरा वीडियो मेरा वेस्ट है. Anyway, ठीक है, लाइव ही करेंगे. देखते हैं. ओके, देखते हैं. प्रणव का करते. उसने बहुत इनोवेटिव वे में कमेंट किया, कैर में अटेंशन, मुझे वो काफ़ी सही लगा, तो उसका करते हैं. 10:30 तक करेंगे, फिर मुझे भी सोने जाना है, वैसे भी बहुत टायर्ड हो, कल ऑफिस भी है. किन किन लोगों का कल ऑफिस है, एंड हु आर द कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स, जस्ट राइट इट डाउन इन चैट्स. देखते हैं. ओके, दिस इज अ 2 पेज resume. By this time I should not let you know that this is not accepted. uh, okay, and apart from that, academic details putting at the top, I'm not really a big fan of this. Technical proficiency, it looks good, but मुझे थोड़ा अजीब लग रहा है ये जो फॉर्मेट तुमने लिया है. इट्स अ बिट, आई डोंट नो, ऑफ पुटिंग, एटलीस्ट मेरे लिए. बट ठीक है, आई मीन उतना भी बुरा नहीं है. बट हाँ, इसको 2 पेज में, एक पेज में डेफिनेटली इसको करना है. सर्टिफिकेशंस, ये सब चीजें इसने तुमने क्या किया, आई डोंट नो. Like, did you hold any rank or did you achieve any accolades? Other than that, it doesn't make any sense. Um, just if you're getting just a participation certificate, please don't put it. Please don't put it, because everyone is going to get it. So that is not separating you from the rest of the folks. Again, this is not needed at all. दिस इज नॉट नीडेड एट ऑल. ठीक है, ये तुम वहाँ पे मराठी भी नहीं बोलने जाओगे, तेलुगु भी नहीं बोलने जाओगे, हिंदी भी लाइक आई मीन वैसे नहीं चलता है. तो इट्स दे एक्सपेक्ट यू टू नो इंग्लिश, तो आई मीन इट्स नॉट रियली रिक्वायर्ड. एनीवे, आई मीन बाकी सारे यूट्यूबर्स होते हैं ना, तो बहुत रोस्ट होते हैं तुम्हारे, तुम लोगों का सीवीज. कुछ मैंने ऐसे सीवीज देखा है, मैं तो रोस्ट नहीं करता, ऑलवेज ट्राई टू हेल्प यू पीपल. बट यही होता है कि बहुत ज्यादा जगह होता है कि रेज्यूमे रोस्ट वगैरह होता है. मतलब ठीक है, उन लोग भी करते हैं थोड़ा फन एलिमेंट ऐड करने के लिए एंड थोड़ा रीच के लिए भी. But I mean, it's fine. I don't do that because like hurting someone's sentiments in front of a lot of people and then taking views मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता. Anyway, that's fine, completely fine. uh, उसके बाद okay, so projects, I think hyperlinks you haven't been given, but you have provided keywords, that's fine. Projects में hyperlink डाल दो यार. And open source client in C language increase open source contribution. Okay, project mentors. Okay, this is not bad, this is a good project. Centralized system, HTML, CSS, AWS. Okay, I see AWS. That's nice. मैं भी काफी यूज कर रहा हूँ AWS. Finalist in smart domain. This is nice. This is very nice. तो इसको अचीवमेंट में डाल दो, ठीक है, इसको अचीवमेंट में डाल दो एंड जस्ट लेट देम नो कि like out of how many candidates you like got over here. Anyway, project section looks good. By the far, I've got an idea of good in projects. You have you may intern in a couple of places, but what about your data structure algorithmic skills? That is also important, right? And I can't find any mention of data structure algorithmic skills. Maybe I've done, you're good in DSA, but you're not put it. So unless and until you're putting it, it's not possible for me to refer, right? So हाँ, ये कर दो ना थोड़ा. Anyway, ये steep, ये steep. ओके, अभी तक 110 लाइक्स हुआ है, तो इसको 200 करते हैं. ठीक है, तो लाइक कर दो, शेयर कर दो, 200 करते हैं इसको. एनीवे, किसका मैंने देखा था, यशदीप का. हाँ, वो बहुत देर से बोल रहे हैं. थोड़ा जल्दी जल्दी करते हैं. यशदीप, ओके, दिस इज नाइस. अंदर तुमने इसको ये कर दिया, ठीक है. चलो, लुक्स अ गुड सीवी. दिस इज गुड. यू हैव प्रोवाइडेड लिंक्स. अगेन हाईलाइट कर दो यार, हाईलाइट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. हाईलाइट करो, कीवर्ड्स को हाईलाइट करो. कोई नो वन इज गोइंग टू लाइक गो थ्रू सीवी लाइक दिस. सर्टिफिकेशंस ठीक है, बट इसको मतलब उतना भाव में नहीं दूंगा. कोड शेफ, कोड फोर्सेस, लिंक्डइन ठीक है, इसको ऊपर डालो. लिंक्डइन का तो तुम यहाँ भी डाल दो. लिंक्डइन को ना कोडिंग लिंक्स के साथ जोड़ो मत, ठीक है. कोडिंग लिंक्स में आता है गिटहब, आता है लीड कोड, गिग्स फॉर गीक्स, हैकर रैंक, कोड फोर्सेस, कोड शेफ, दीस थिंग्स कम्स, ठीक है. लिंक्डइन इज जस्ट फॉर कनेक्टिंग टू यू. इफ अ रिक्रूटर वांट्स टू कनेक्ट विद यू, तो उसको डालो यहाँ पे, ठीक है. एंड if you guys are students, I would just give you one suggestion. Your LinkedIn should, I've seen, because I'm seeing this trend for quite some time now, इसलिए बता रहा हूँ. You guys are not content creators, right? You guys are looking out for jobs. So if you go and see my LinkedIn profile now, it is more of a content creator LinkedIn profile, ठीक है. It's not more of a job searching profile. So I've seen a lot of students following us and putting profiles like that. No, you don't do that, ठीक है. और तुम्हें पोस्ट करना भी वैसे जरूरी नहीं है. in that sense कि तुम कुछ, you guys are thinking maybe I'm post, I'm making a lot of connections. ठीक है, connections is good. I mean, obviously having a lot of connections is good. Making posts is also good. If it that is fine, but don't think that it will help you in getting jobs. ठीक है, so LinkedIn को as a job के जैसा treat करो, वो अलग चीज है. वो हमने भी किया एक टाइम पे. And as a content creation, that's a different thing. So maybe I will talk about it in some other video. अभी I don't want to eat out your time, but हाँ, like keep this in mind. And LinkedIn को links में मत डालो, LinkedIn को यहाँ पे डाल देना, just as a way to connect with you. ठीक है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट मुझे ये नहीं दिख रहा है कि कहीं तुमने डेटा स्ट्रक्चर एल्गोरिथम्स का मेंशन किया होगा. सॉरी, तुमने कोडशिप का किया है, बट हाँ ठीक है, मैं इसको देख लूंगा कोडशिप का क्या सीन है. ओके, कोडशिप के लिए तुमने कुछ किया नहीं तो कोडशिप का क्यों डाला है भाई? आई मीन दिस इज वेरी ऑफ पुटिंग. यू हैव नॉट इवन सॉल्व्ड अ सिंगल प्रॉब्लम ऑन कोडशिप and you have given a CodeChef link. I mean, maybe you are under the wrong impression. You have to put CodeChef link to get a call. No, it doesn't work that way. The thing is, you have to showcase that okay, I am good at problem solving. So for that, whatever website you have practiced on, let's say it can be lead code, hacker rank फिर भी उतना नहीं चलता. Lead code, geeks for geeks, कोड शेफ, कोड फोर्सेस, कुछ भी हो उसको डालो, तो फिर हमें कॉन्फिडेंस आए. यहाँ पे तुमने जस्ट कोड शेफ का प्रोफाइल बना के डाल दिया. इट डजंट मेक एनी सेंस. इट्स एज इक्विवेलेंट टू नॉट पुटिंग एनीथिंग एट ऑल. Because anyway, if someone is going to click that this link on this link, you will just get find out truth, and it's more off putting, right? It will be more negative, you know. तो ऐसा मत करो. ये सही है, ये सही है, मतलब बहुत सही है. आई थिंक तुमने तो कोर्टशिप में पार्टिसिपेट लिया, तो यहाँ पे तुमने गलत प्रोफाइल डाल दिया है क्या? आई डोंट नो, मे बी आई थिंक कुछ गलत प्रोफाइल तुमने डाल दिया, या मैं कुछ गलत प्रोफाइल खोल लिया, क्योंकि यहाँ में तुमने तो रैंक दिया है. सो मे बी इट्स माई बैड. ओके, एनीवे ठीक है, छोड़ो इसको. बट ठीक है, आई मीन that's fine. Well, this looks good. This project section looks good. Not very sure about like what you have done with your competitive coding or DSA, but हाँ, I mean DSA को थोड़ा जानना पड़ेगा. सिर्फ कोड फोर्सेस कोड शेफ का क्यों और ज़्यादा, like अगर ठीक वजह से लीड कोड में भी किया हो तो उसको भी डालो. That would be good. Anyway, experience looks fine. This is really great. This I like. See, you have provided metrics that implemented in finance following 77% reduction in data transfer. This is very good, right? Reduce 50% time complexity in PDF generation. But you should also mention that how did you do this? These things, if you mention it, तो इसको थोड़ा ज़्यादा उसका effective रहेगा. ठीक है. And also I can see you are an MCA, so it really is good that you have worked on your CV and you have done things, done most of the right things. ठीक है. ठीक है, आई मीन इट्स नॉट दैट बैड. तो ठीक है, बट हाँ वही, मतलब थोड़ा लिंक्स को डाल दो, कोडिंग लिंक्स को ऊपर डाल दो, लिंक्डइन को यहाँ डाल दो, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स लुक्स गुड. प्रोजेक्ट सेक्शन इज गुड. कीवर्ड्स डाल दो, कीवर्ड्स को हाईलाइट कर दो. ठीक है, एंड हाँ ठीक है, चलते हैं फिर. ओके, 117 likes, at least make it 200 guys. Let's target 200. ठीक है, let's target 200. And abhi tak, did you guys find it this session insightful? Because that's very most important to me. Whether I continue doing this or not, it's very important that you guys find it insightful. So if you guys only, if I only finding this insightful, then only I would know continue this. लिंक ट्री डाल सकते हैं क्या? लिंक ट्री यार, तो वो तो सब इन्फ्लुएंसर्स लोग यूज करते हैं, तुम क्यों करने वाले हो? आई डोंट डू दैट. मुझ में तो नहीं बोलूंगा. ठीक है. आर यू गाइस फाइंडिंग दिस इंसाइटफुल? अमित शर्मा करते हैं, उसका कमेंट आया भाई, देख के बहुत बुरा लगा. वेटिंग फॉर द लास्ट 30 मिनट्स, बट वो बहुत ही कर रहा है, बहुत ऐसा नहीं है, बट ठीक है कर देता हूँ. बट अगेन लाइक, मतलब यू वुड फाइंड अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू. तो मैं तो यही सजेस्ट करूंगा कि यूट्यूबर्स के पास तो बिल्कुल मत जाओ, मतलब उन लोगों के पास टाइम नहीं होता है, एंड ऑब्वियसली दे गेट सो मेनी रिस्पॉन्सेज. It's tough for them to like help you guys out. So go to normal people, random people. So there's a referral video that I have like put out on my YouTube channel, so go and watch that. So there I've exactly told you how to apply for referrals, how which people, which specific section of people you should target, and that also works for reviewing your resumes as well. ठीक है, और ये सब वीडियोस मैंने जो डाल के रखा है या लाइव डाल के रखूंगा, इसको बार बार जाके रिविजिट करो, विल गेट अ हैंग ऑफ इट कि क्या करना है. एक दिन बैठना पड़ेगा बस इशू में को लेके, थोड़ा प्रोफेशनल में भी बना लो, एंड यू कैन लाइक यूज इट for like for next couple of months, right? Anyway, this thing is not important. CSE student with just problem solving, and then this is expected out of you, so this is not needed at all. ठीक है. Anyway, education तो ये ठीक है, मतलब इसमें बहुत स्पेस ने ले लिया. वर्क एक्सपीरियंस, ओपन सोर्स कंट्रीब्यूटर, ठीक है, बट ऐसे मत डालो यार. आई मीन हाइपरलिंक को यहाँ पे हेडिंग पे डाला करो. इसमें तुमने कुछ ओके पाइथन प्रोग्रामिंग इंटर्न रैपिड कोड टेक्नोलॉजीज एंड जस्ट मेंशन की लर्न पाइथन प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज दैट्स व्हाट यू डिड सो आई मीन इट्स नॉट अ इंटर्न इट्स मोर ऑफ अ ट्रेनिंग ठीक है तो यू हैव टू लर्न टू यूज दिस वर्ड्स इन अ बेटर वे और अगर तुमने कुछ किया है तो उसको लिखो बट मुझे तो ये देख के लग रहा है कि ट्रेनिंग था ठीक है मैंने भी ऐसे एक जगह ट्रेनिंग लिया था जावास्क्रिप्ट का तो दैट इज नॉट एन इंटर्नशिप ठीक है वो ट्रेनिंग था क्योंकि मैंने कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं किया है ना उस कंपनी का कोड बेस में तो मैंने इंटर्न कैसे बना ठीक है कुछ तो तुमने कंट्रीब्यूट किया होगा तभी जाके तुम इंटर्न बने राइट आई मीन ये तुमने कुछ सीखा है वो तो घर बैठ के भी सीख सकते थे ठीक है तुमने वहां पे जाके सीखा दैट्स फाइन आई मीन दैट्स कम्प्लीटली अप टू यू बट मतलब इसको तो इंटर्नशिप तो मैं नहीं कह सकता skills okay this is okay to do list तुमने लिंक भी डाला है वेदर फोरकास्टिंग तो आई थिंक थर्ड पार्टी हाँ वही ना मतलब ये तो फ्रंट एंड प्रोजेक्ट हो गया रैंडम कोड जनरेटर ये भी आई थिंक मतलब वही है मतलब थर्ड पार्टी से हो जाता है ना ये देखो थर्ड पार्टी एपीआई ठीक है तो ये सब चीज तो आई मीन एक फुल स्टैक प्रोजेक्ट इज समथिंग दैट वी मोस्टली लुक आफ्टर पर ठीक है फ्रंट एंड में मतलब ये सब चीज ना बहुत कॉमन प्रोजेक्ट्स हो जाता है ये सब चीज हम तब बनाते थे तो जब हम कुछ सीख रहे होते हैं ठीक है मतलब जैसे एंगुलर सीखने के टाइम में ये सब किया था तो मतलब हाँ वो सब डमी प्रोजेक्ट्स डालना इन योर पर्सनल प्रोजेक्ट्स डज नॉट गिव अ गुड फील बट एनीवे प्रोजेक्ट सेक्शन नीड्स टू बी इम्प्रूव दैट्स व्हाट आई स्ट्रांगली फील तुम ऐसी कोई प्रोजेक्ट पे एंड टू एंड एक ही प्रोजेक्ट लो एंड टू एंड उस पे काम करो एंड गिव दैट एंड एक्सप्लेन दैट रियली वेल आई थिंक दैट स्टिल वर्क्स वन और टू प्रोजेक्ट्स रियली डज वंडर्स सर्टिफिकेट्स ऑन इंपॉर्टेंट लैंग्वेजेस ठीक है बट आई थिंक इसको और इम्प्रूव कर तुमने ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे मेंशन किया है राइट स्किल्स को तो यहाँ पे फिर से तुम जावास्क्रिप्ट फ्यू मेंशन कर लो फिर से आई मीन इट इज जस्ट अ वेस्ट ऑफ स्पेस एंड नो डीएसए मेंशनड ओवर हियर तो एटलीस्ट प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड कंपनीज के लिए तो आई डोंट थिंक इट इज रेफर इट वुड बी रेफरेबल बिकॉज तुमने डीएसए मेंशन ही नहीं किया है तो उसको मेंशन करना तो डेफिनेटली पड़ेगा and तुम्हें करना भी पड़ेगा उसके लिए पहले तो हाँ यही है आई थिंक यू वुड बी वर्किंग ऑन इट तो एक बार देख लो इसको बहुत वर्क करना है अरे यार सबका करेंगे मतलब तुम लोग ओके 123 लाइक हुआ है इसको लाइक करो जल्दी से एंड सब्सक्राइब करो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो गाइस दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ठीक है एंड ऑल्सो लाइक ठीक है ये तो करते ही रहोगे बट मतलब एक बार रिज्यूम रिव्यू वीडियोस भी जाके देखना एंड रेफरल वाला वीडियो भी जाके देखना क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि यू गाइस आर नॉट वाचिंग दोस वीडियोस एंड यू आर मेकिंग द सेम मिस्टेक्स अगेन एंड अगेन तो ये मुझे बहुत बुरा लग रहा है बिकॉज आई हैव मेड सम एफर्ट टू पुट दिस वीडियोस दैट इट हेल्प्स यू but I don't think you're like watching those videos and you're making the same mistakes. When I receive referrals ना एक बंदे ने like पहले अप्लाई कर चुका है and फिर रेफरल मांग रहा है मुझसे उस जॉब आईडी के लिए तो ये सब चीज मैंने ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन कर दिया है उस रेफरल वाले वीडियो में सो गो एंड वॉच दैट आई हाईली रिकमेंड यू तुमको मिल जाएगा मेरे चैनल पे अंदर तो वो सब चीजें देख लो थैंक्स नवनीत ओके एनीवे अब किसका देखते रोहित कुमार श्रीवास्तव हाँ इसका ये बंदा बहुत देर से मुझे बोल रहा हूँ तो इसको देखता है इसको ही देखेंगे अभी मुझे क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है रोहित कुमार शाह इसका ठीक है ये नाम सही करो यार आई मीन DDCV1 क्या है नेमिंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर सीवी राइट हैक्टोवर फेस्ट ओके मतलब इसमें तो बहुत ये हुआ था आई डोंट नो आई एम नॉट अ वेरी लाइक आई हैव नॉट कंट्रीब्यूटेड टू ओपन सोर्स बट इसका नाम मैं बहुत सुना था तो मतलब रीडमी वगैरह चेंज करके मिल जाता था लोगों को बट एनीवे आई मीन दैट्स फाइन आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू दैट बिकॉज दैट इज नॉट माय एक्सपर्टीज एरिया पाइथन प्रोजेक्ट मेंटरशिप ओके this is not something a very relevant experience mentorship is not relevant experience uh, at least when you're applying as a fresher इसको तुम डाल सकते हो इसमें मतलब extra curricular activities में but I don't think it make much sense बिलिंग सॉफ्टवेयर वेयर इज योर ए मतलब इसको मतलब इसका हाइपरलिंक कहाँ डाला है anyway I'm working something very similar to this on something very similar to this but anyway इसको मतलब तुमने सही से explain करो इसको project link डालो okay view project अच्छा यहाँ पे डालो so see I mean I always suggested you either view project you should have put view project either over here ठीक है instead of putting the dates because no one cares about the date or you should provide hyperlink view project heading only ठीक है एंड ऑल्सो प्रोवाइड कीवर्ड्स ये तो मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूँ कीवर्ड्स हाईलाइट करो ठीक है ये बहुत अच्छा लगा ये लाइक मेंशन की पेपर वर्क 95% मतलब यू हैव इम्प्रूव्ड ऑन द एग्जिस्टिंग सिस्टम ठीक है दिस इज वेरी गुड दिस इज समथिंग दैट वेरी स्ट्राइकिंग एंड इट गिव्स द इंटरव्यूअर or I don't know what about the recruiter, but at least in an interview, he will like definitely watch this and he will have a discussion around you, and you can buy some time. Because if you have good projects, that also helps in your interviews as well. Because normally in hiring manager type of rounds or in project interview kind of rounds, if you have a good project, you can talk about it. And mostly the questions are going to be directed around your project only. And if you worked on the project which you're expected to do, that is going to be under your in your comfort zone, right? But if you don't do that, अगर प्रोजेक्ट्स के अराउंड अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट्स नहीं है देन तुम्हें कुछ भी पूछ सकता है दैट कैन बी अराउंड लाइक वेरी रैंडम क्वेश्चंस ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम डीबीएमएस एंड ऑल दोस थियोरेटिकल सब्जेक्ट्स एक बीटीएस से क्वेश्चन भी पूछ लिया तो वो सब चीजें इट्स कैन बी अननोन टू यू राइट बट प्रोजेक्ट्स इज समथिंग दैट इज वेरी मच विद इन योर ग्रास्प तो ये मतलब दैट इज व्हाई इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू वर्क ऑन प्रोजेक्ट्स एज वेल ठीक है प्रोजेक्ट्स इंपॉर्टेंट होता है एंड बहुत ही अंडररेटेड चीज है तो हाँ इन डेफिनेटली शुड वर्क ऑन प्रोजेक्ट्स एटलीस्ट इफ यू आर अप्लाइंग फॉर फुल टाइम रोल्स इंटर्नशिप ठीक है मतलब डीएसए से चल जाता है बट प्रोजेक्ट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर फुल टाइम रोल्स ठीक है एंड ऑब्वियसली व्हेन यू जॉइन द कंपनी यू वुड आल्सो नीड दैट क्योंकि नहीं तो मैनेज नहीं कर पाओगे आई मीन बेसिक जैसे गेट का नॉलेज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ठीक है तो कुछ ना कुछ चीजें होना चाहिए बिकॉज नोबडी विल गिव यू सम सो मच टाइम एनीवे जॉब पोर्टल वेबसाइट ये तो ठीक है कोविड ट्रैकर एंड ऑल ठीक है इसे तो आई थिंक तुमने थर्ड पार्टी एपीआई बिल्कुल यूज किया होगा तो तुमने कुछ बैकएंड का लॉजिक मुझे नहीं दिख रहा है यहाँ पे बनाया तो एनीवे क्रोम एक्सटेंशन मतलब इंटरनेट स्पीड एंड ऑल ठीक है बट आई थिंक दिस इज अवेलेबल एज वेल लुक्स नथिंग न्यू एंड you should like again provide a project link at the heading that's what I feel but anyway certificates not really important coursework okay let's look at your lead code 308 problems, 151 medium problems. The lead code profile looks good. You have done DSA. That's pretty much evident. So definitely DSA project part is a plus. These things looks kind of okay, but I think experience part you need to like. But that's fine. I mean, experience part to me, you're just a 2022 like batch, so that's fine. I don't expect much because you're yet to pass out. And projects, I think you can better present it in a better way. Okay. Other than that, it's kind of okay. This is referable CV. I would still say it's a referable CV. At least I'm normally very lenient on referrals. I try to refer if I find at least he's good. I try to give him a chance. So I will definitely refer this. Not sure about others. Anyway, 127 likes. At least इसको 150 करते हैं. It's already 10:30. मैं ज़्यादा नहीं करूँगा. But at least 150 टारगेट करते हैं. 200 तो नहीं हुआ. 150 करते हैं इसको. ठीक है? क्योंकि बहुत देर हो चुका है. एंड जिसका मैं नहीं कर पाया मैं कर दूंगा यार आई मीन तुम लोग तो सीख रहे हो राइट यहाँ से भी सीख रहे हो ये एक ही रिपीटेटिव मिस्टेक्स है सो यू गाइस आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग राइट तो उसको मतलब थोड़ा देख लो पीयूष patak how to describe projects go and watch out my resume review videos go and see how which of the CVs I praised the project section you will get a hang of you will get to understand कि इसको मैंने लाइक कैसे लिखना है प्रोजेक्ट्स ठीक है प्रतीक प्रतीक पटेल इसका देखता हूँ मैं बट हाँ इसको लाइक कर दो एटलीस्ट 150 का टारगेट करते हैं प्लीज 150 का टारगेट करते हैं एंड ऑल्सो सब्सक्राइब टू माई चैनल ये दो करे तो ठीक है देखते हैं, अभी 10:30 हो चुका है सबका तो नहीं कर पाऊंगा एक दो करूंगा और अभी बहुत टायर्ड हूँ तो कर दूंगा यार आई मीन डोंट वरी मैं इसको मतलब इफ यू गाइज वांट मैं एक लाइव सेशन करते रहूंगा तो उसमें आई थिंक तुम लोग की भी हेल्प हो जाएगी बट हाँ लाइक यू गाइज ऑल्सो हैव टू लाइक be independent and try to figure out things yourself as well ठीक है I mean I can tell you a lot of things just for my benefit for my reach and stuff but I don't do these things because I don't want to grow my YouTube channel at the expense of someone's insecurities and stuff right the thing which I can promise that I would give you if I can't then I won't promise you that ठीक है उससे मेरा चैनल ग्रो हुआ या नहीं हुआ मुझे नहीं फर्क पड़ता है बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इट शुड हेल्प यू दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग कि you also need to help yourself as well you also need to figure out things yourself as well because we did it I am very sure you guys will be able to do because right now there are a lot of resources and a lot of people out there are helping तो हो जाएगा ठीक है anyway um, experience I don't know trust web development intern that's good happyvisitors.com student intern knowledge okay I think the presentation can be changed you can provide you can provide probably you could have given a space right between this because it looks very cluttered, right, and not very pleasing to the eyes. But हाँ, मतलब keywords को सही से करो, मतलब तुमने पूरा डाल दिया keywords highlight, तो वो तुम्हें keywords को पकड़ना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। जैसे ये लॉगिन, ऐड, एडमिन, ठीक है, इसको तुम अपडेट डिलीट सर्च की जगह क्रड लिख सकते हो, ठीक है। तो वो सब चीज तुम कर सकते हो। दिस इज वेरी गुड। ये तुमने ऐसे, मैंने भी ऐसे ऐसे ही आवर्स लिखा है, दिस इज वेरी गुड। मतलब मैंने भी ऐसे ही इसको मतलब दिया है अपने अवार्ड सेक्शन में। लीडरशिप एक्सपीरियंस, ठीक है, इसको ज़रूरत नहीं है। सॉफ्ट स्किल्स मतलब ओके, नहीं है, नहीं नहीं ज़रूरत है, ठीक है, दिस इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, ठीक है। टूल्स नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, ठीक है, ये सब नहीं लगता है। सर्टिफिकेशंस नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, स्किल्स स्किल्स तो ठीक है, ये सब चीज़ें ठीक है। कोर्स वर्क इज फाइन, दिस इज ऑल्सो गुड, ठीक है। मतलब डीएसए तो मैं मुझे ये मैंने समझ चुका हूँ कि यू आर गुड इन डीएसए, एटलीस्ट डिसेंट इन डीएसए। अब तो वो तो पता चलेगा इंटरव्यू में। एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट प्रोजेक्ट सेक्शन लुक्स डिसेंट, बट हाँ, इसको थोड़ा ज़्यादा बेटर वे में प्रेजेंट कर सकते हो तो ठीक है, मेरे लिए तो ये रेफरेबल सीवी है। But I think you need to work on it a bit better in terms of the projects, in terms of presenting it, right? And a lot of relevant information is there. Our section should go at the top, right? If you feel your experience is not your forte, then try to put awards at the top, right? Put your projects up, then put the awards, and then put the experience. ऐसे भी कर सकते हो। एंड ये सब चीजें तो बिल्कुल जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है। इसके जगह ना, अगर तुम्हें लग रहा है कि सीवी फुल नहीं हो रहा है, एक प्रोजेक्ट डाल दो, ठीक है, सिंपल प्रोजेक्ट भी डाल दो, दैट इज स्टिल बेटर देन पुटिंग रेलेवेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन, ठीक है। दैट्स व्हाट आई पर्सनली फील। एनीवे, ठीक है। इसको लाइक कर दो यार, आई मीन वीडियो को 150 टारगेट करते हैं, ओके। ठीक है, लास्ट ही एक रिज्यूम रिव्यू करूंगा बिकॉज इट्स ऑलरेडी 1.5 hour, राइट। इट वाज सपोज टू बी अ 1 hour सेशन, बट सिंस सो मेनी गाइज ऑफ यू रिक्वेस्टेड, तो मैं एक ही लास्ट करूंगा, ठीक है। बट उसके पहले आई जस्ट वांटेड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि लाइक मतलब डिड यू फाइंड दिस इंसाइटफुल, आई मीन like will you learn and would you be able to make changes even if I have not reviewed your resume? Would you be able to like have some takeaways and uh, like put some changes, right? I mean getting a lot of comments. See, I mean मैं सबका तो नहीं कर पाऊंगा, इट्स दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग राइट फ्रॉम द स्टार्ट कि मैं सबका नहीं कर पाऊंगा। बट हाँ, आई वुड बी हैविंग मोर एंड मोर ऑफ दिस सेशन, सो डोंट वरी। अगर नहीं हुआ तो नेक्स्ट टाइम आ जाना है। इंस्टाग्राम में मुझे बोल सकते हो, ठीक है। इंस्टाग्राम में ट्राई करूंगा जितना का हो सके, ठीक है। इंस्टाग्राम में भी तुम मुझे भेज सकते हो रिज्यूमे, में जितना हो सके कर दूंगा, ठीक है। ओके, तो एंड यहाँ पे अगर नहीं हो पाए तो इट्स स्टिल फाइन, ठीक है। मैं इसको करूंगा, ठीक है। मैं इसको वीकली बेसिस में करने का कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, 1 घंटा निकाल के, सो दैट हाँ, डेफिनेटली दिस वीडियो वुड बी सेव्ड, दिस डेफिनेटली दिस वीडियो वुड बी सेव्ड, डोंट वरी, ठीक है। ठीक है, एक लास्ट करेंगे, वैष्णव का करेंगे, ठीक है, लास्ट। मैं वो बोल रहा हूँ किसने फर्स्ट ज्वाइंट, बट हाँ, आई मीन जिसका जिसका नहीं हुआ, इट्स कम्प्लीटली फाइन। आई थिंक यू गाइज ऑल लर्नड, राइट, एट द एंड ऑफ द डे। इट इज नॉट दैट दिस सेशन वाज कंप्लीट वेस्ट, राइट। आई डोंट थिंक इट वाज अ कंप्लीट वेस्ट। तो वही है। तो ठीक है, लास्ट ही करते हैं क्योंकि ऑलरेडी 10:30, आई एम वेरी टायर्ड राइट नाउ। तो नहीं तो मैं और आधा घंटा एक्सटेंड कर देता, बट हाँ, मैं कर दूंगा, ठीक है। मैं इसको और ज़्यादा मतलब अगर डिमांड अच्छा है तो मैं डेफिनेटली आई वुड लाइक मेक डू मोर ऑफ दिस एपिसोड्स, ठीक है। ठीक है, ओके, लेट्स डू दिस, हाँ ठीक है। एंड उसके बाद देखते हैं, आई विल बी हैविंग मोर एंड मोर ऑफ दिस सेशंस एनीवे, डोंट वरी। वैष्णव का, अतुल कुमार, लिंक्स सही डाला है, आई मीन लिंक्डइन should go up over here, and GitHub should be over here. I don't know why have you put up GitHub over here, because this should be the contact section. Education is fine, ID ये सब नहीं चाहिए, tools not नहीं चाहिए, learning I don't know, this is not needed, experience थोड़ा और टेक स्टैक वगैरह तुम डाल सकते हो। अदर देन दैट थोड़ा मतलब ये ठीक है, इंक्रीज द डाउनलोड्स, बट आई मीन आई डोंट नो, मतलब तुमको मतलब और थोड़ा बताना चाहिए कि एग्जैक्टली तुमने क्या किया है, which I don't really find. For this is fine, I definitely get what you're trying to do, but for here I'm not sure. मतलब इसको थोड़ा और better way में explain कर सकते हो। But what I see, you have been an Android developer and have put some projects, so that's great. competitive coding, highest rating 1385. It can be better. I've seen better ratings at both forces. तो मतलब तभी डालो अगर if you feel that it's a decent enough rating. ठीक है. अदर देन दैट डीएसए तो मुझे अभी तक तो मतलब कोड फोर्सेस के सिवा और कुछ दिखा नहीं. एटलीस्ट लीड कोड या गीक्स फॉर गीक्स भी डालते तो एटलीस्ट आई वुड हैव गॉट दैट नो लाइक कॉन्फिडेंस इन रेफरिंग यू. बट हाँ, प्रोजेक्ट सेक्शन इज रियली गुड. एंड्रॉइड डेवलपमेंट हैव डन अ लॉट ऑफ गुड वर्क. बट मुझे लगता है कि तुम्हें थोड़ा मतलब उसके ऊपर भी फोकस करना चाहिए डीएसए के ऊपर. एंड यू शुड बी पुटिंग दैट इन द प्रोजेक्ट एज वेल, इन द रेज्यूमे एज वेल, राइट? ठीक है. ओके, दैट्स दैट. ठीक है, एक लास्ट कर देता हूँ. बहुत आ रहा है रिक्वेस्ट. एक लास्ट बस. ठीक है, बस तुम इसको लाइक कर दो. ठीक है, 150 तक पुश कर दो इसको. ठीक है, वीडियो को 150 तक पुश कर दो इस लाइक को. ठीक है, लास्ट एक कर देता हूँ. सब लोग ही वेट कर रहे हैं यार. आई मीन मैं किसका चुनूं? आई एम ओनली वन पर्सन. एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग लाइक रीच आउट टू मल्टीपल पीपल. बहुत सारे लोग हैं, कर देगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. एंड मेरा वीडियोस भी जाके देखो ना, वहां से तुम्हें मिल जाएगा. स्ट्राइवर का भी बहुत रिज्यूमे वीडियोस है हुआ, उसको भी जाके देखो. बहुत सारे लोगों का है, तुम्हें मिल जाएगा. मतलब व्हाट यू वांट टू डू. लास्ट एक करता हूँ. लेट्स सी. किसी ने तो दिया था. लेट्स सी किसका. ओके. अभिमन्यु का कर देता हूँ. कुछ तो बोल रहा था, आई नीड टू प्रिपेयर फॉर टुमारो. तो ठीक है, अभिमन्यु का कर देता हूँ. ये लास्ट है. ठीक है, इसके बाद नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट में देखेंगे. या फिर तुम इंस्टाग्राम में रीच आउट करना. बट अभी आई एम नॉट श्योर मैं सबका कर पाऊंगा. जितना हो सके मैं कर दूंगा. ठीक है, तो मैं कोई गलत तो प्रॉमिस नहीं करूंगा. अभिमन्यु का कहाँ है? अभिमन्यु, राइट? क्या नाम है उसका? अरे यार, कहाँ गया अभिमन्यु का? Hmm, I don't find your CV, dude. Where did it go? In which name you have put? It's not there. Anyway, I will pick a different resume. दक्ष का कर देता हूँ. दक्ष टुडेजा. बहुत देर से मैसेज कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, this is going to be the last one. ठीक है, morning. It looks good. Obviously, DDCV is my favorite format. Chat with Nerd. Okay, this is the name of your company. It looks quite interesting. Anyway, highlights are there. This is really good. I mean, the highlights are there. Like the keywords highlight is there. Projects looks good. Okay, achieved an accuracy of 84.5. But I think you should like probably explain a bit too much, uh, like a bit more about what you have done. मुझे प्रोजेक्ट सेक्शन का एक्सप्लेनेशन थोड़ा कम लग रहा है. बट एनीवे, इट्स कम्प्लीटली फाइन. यहाँ पे भी अचीवमेंट्स अच्छा है. एंड नाउ आई विल बी लुकिंग टू लीड कोड और गीक्स फॉर गीक्स, व्हाटएवर. लेट्स से लीड कोड खोल लिया. गीक्स फॉर गीक्स में तुमने 17 प्रॉब्लम्स. डजंट मेक सेंस. लिंक्डइन, अच्छा लिंक्डइन को मत डालना. लिंक्डइन को ऊपर डालना. लिंक्डइन देख के कुछ नहीं होगा. मतलब लिंक्डइन मतलब इज जस्ट फॉर योर कॉन्टैक्टिंग, राइट? 313 problem solved, 163 medium. Looks decent. It's a decent profile. Definitely it's a decent profile. तो ठीक है, मतलब obviously I feel projects भी decent है, CV भी decent है. And like we have done some decent DSA problems. So हाँ, this is like a decent CV, decent profile. And definitely I would refer you. But हाँ, LinkedIn का यहाँ से उठा लेना. And इसको थोड़ा ज़्यादा explain करना project section को. Achievements को थोड़ा ऊपर लग सकते हो, because you have a couple of good achievements. But हाँ, you need to provide metrics की like out of how many candidates you stood first and third, you achieved that particular rank, right? So that's that. I will call it a day over here. So I hope you enjoyed. इसको मतलब एटलीस्ट जाने से पहले 150 कर दो यार. आई मीन 142 लाइक्स है. एटलीस्ट इसको 150 तक पुश कर देते हैं. चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो अभी तक नहीं किया है. एंड प्लीज प्लीज गो एंड वॉच द रिज्यूमे वीडियोस. ठीक है, वो देख लो जाके. क्योंकि आई डोंट फाइंड यू गाइस. Out of all the resumes I saw, 99% of them I feel have not watched. 90% of them, I won't say 99 because really received a couple of good resumes. बट हाँ, उसने तुम वो सब देख लो तो वो सब गलतियां नहीं करोगे कि इंग्लिश डाल रहे हो लैंग्वेज प्रोफिशिएंसी में, या फिर तुम मतलब कीवर्ड्स को हाईलाइट नहीं कर रहे हो. तो ये सब चीज ठीक है, एक बार देख लो. ठीक है. um, ठीक है. आई वुड एंड दिस स्ट्रीम ओवर हियर. I hope you guys enjoyed this, found this insightful, and I would be coming up with more such resume reviews, so don't worry. Okay, so I would be ending this stream over here. Good night.